السلام عليكم جميعا أهلا وسهلا. I would like to welcome you all to our session about feasibility and early concept analysis tools and the use of AI, of course, because this is part of a global project management forum AI hackathon for project management, ADAPT. So welcome everyone. I hope you enjoyed the session. And to start with, uh, this is our timeline expected. Um, we will give a brief introduction, and I will try to keep the whole presentation to be brief. Problem deep dive and the AI solution. So it is typical problem, solution, and what are the expectations and Q&A. Hopefully, it's like that. I start by introducing myself. This is Ahmad and Musallami. I worked in the field of project management for the last 2 decades, not to say more. I graduated from IT and did a master in MIS, Management Information Systems, and I worked in many areas in the region, many countries, including Saudi Arabia and Kuwait and many actually in the region. And I don't want to consume time on my resume. So yes, and then I took multiple professional certification in project management, PMP, ACP, Agile, SAFe, and many others. And today we are participating, me and my team, in this hackathon. And allow me to welcome the team as well and to thank them for the good job done. Nasser Dries, the AI expert, and also Felwa Sbai, our PMO and governance professional, mashallah. Engineer Adel, for his dedication and communication and mentoring. Actually, I'm the mentor, but Adel did a great job as well. And also Engineer Ammar Aburrus for his efforts and business analysis. Not to, as I said, to make a long introduction. Thank you, team, and thank you everyone for joining our session. And let's go. Let's talk about our subject today. Why we are here, why this webinar matters, because as you know, and I will, I'll be glad to see your comments in the chat about why is it important to do feasibility for projects and portfolios. Why is it important? Is it important? Are we in the right place? Is this the best session that we could deliver? Let's see after a while. So we'll be talking about the problem, the solution, and also what we built so far, because now this session got maybe rescheduled a couple of times. One of them is on me, actually, because of family urgency. But Alhamdulillah, we are here. We're doing the session finally for you, and we are glad to have you. The big question at the beginning with the problem about when is the best time to know is this a good or not a good project. Of course, it is before it happens. That's right. So most of expensive project mistakes happen before it starts even. So I would like to start with this statement. Why is that a hard job? Is it because of incomplete feasibility sometimes hidden constraints that we don't see, like cost, risk, resources? We'll dive into that as well. Portfolio dilution. We're talking about the low value of our portfolios. We pay lots of money, but we don't get anything in return, or something very low compared to what we put. In the problem definition, we must look at what is happening right now, feasibility assessment, even or most of times incomplete or subjective. I don't know if you agree with me. You can use the thumbs or use the emojis or use the chat. I would like to have your interaction all the time, and we will keep the questions, of course, at the end of the session. So yes, it is subjective. I'm talking from my observations. It is either subjective or inconsistent sometimes. Why is that bad? Uh, because this leads to poor go or no go decisions. Okay. Where does that take us, or why does this matter? Because at the end of the day, this will have impact on cost and risk and resources of the organization, and the portfolio becomes loaded with low value initiatives. Uh, where does this occur? Is there a certain industry that we expect this to occur? Actually, projects are everywhere, guys. Yes, I hope you agree with me. Uh, the projects are in the government, they are in transformation, they are in telecom, in IT, everywhere. So the impact is high. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. So would you like to see some figures? Some numbers will help. Okay, to prove how much serious is it? Here we're talking about statistics from McKinsey and other respectful organizations and references, talking about 0.5% of projects that achieved cost, schedule, and benefits. This is very low, very low. We know it is yani, the combination of the three of them to be achieved. This is what it means. 90% of mega projects exceed their approved budget, which is also, yani, because the amount of money in those, when we say mega, the amount of money is huge, right? 80% of average cost overrun, and also 50% of average schedule delay. So this is, I hope it gives you a glance about how bad it is. And going on more and more, we talked about the 80-50. 80% of projects they cost overrun and 50 schedule delays. And also one in out of 200 large public sector IT project delivered within cost, schedule, and expected benefit. And I think it contributes to the number we've seen in the previous slide, the 0.5%. Yes, these are sometimes based on, or what is the cause of that? Poor feasibility, portfolio decisions, and also weak qualification, and also what we call front-end loading, or we need to make sure that the process that we are doing is consistent. And talking about that, do you believe that different people do the same review or the same assessment or the same judgment? Do we share experiences, and we share maybe policies and the procedures, but do we share the way that we, or the rating that we will going to reach? Different people evaluate the projects differently, and this is a problem. Yes, no standard framework. Decisions depend on individual experience. I will try to memorize, and this is part of human intelligence. Yes, I will try to relate to the most relevant project experience that I had, and then I try to apply the same logic and the same maybe attributes. Risks appear too late, time consuming processes, and also resources are wasted. So how does it look like? We're trying to have a comparison between what's the current state and what it could be like. So we're talking here about manual feasibility, lots of emails, sheets, documents. Sometimes things are scanned, yes, and or sometimes handwritten or notes, meeting notes. Subjective scoring models, limited use of historical data. We all talk about historical data, but how much are we using from the historical data? How much is our historical data usable? Yes. Inconsistent evaluation criteria and long approval cycles, also dependencies that will make the work go and come and go between different units, maybe in the organization, like the ping pong phenomena. Yes. What we achieve or what we try to achieve by applying the AI in our solution, we try to have the circle very smooth, very simplified: idea, analysis, research, assessment, and uh, FMART, FMART, scoring. What is that? Yeah, we'll come back to this in details, don't worry. Which is a model proposed, not invented by us, but actually we chose this one. We reach to a clear go or no go decision. So it used to be manual authorizing uh, the concept, and departmental ping pong, inconsistent baseline, amnesia in scoring. We don't know how to leverage the historical data, and we reach to uh, bottlenecks in approvals, of course. So all of these all together, they make a problem for us. What we try to achieve is to have a smooth cycle with idea, concept, evaluation, portfolio gate, and we get a decision, a green or a red or maybe amber traffic light, very clear, no confusion. Who are the key users? PMO, portfolio leaders, and sponsors, and of course the CXO's level. Target industries, we're talking about everywhere, because projects are everywhere, guys. Yes. Um, I hope I'm not going too fast, but I'm trying to give you the information as brief as possible. I don't want to sink into details. Data and research methodology, what we are working on: live web and industry research, structured data extraction, market sizing and competitor scan, and also confidence weighted evidence. This is the mechanism that we are building. This is our methodology for the data. To make it more simple, how does your solution look like? If you ask, it should be like this: the user layer. This is what the user sees. A prompt. The user will see a field. He will fill in a couple of fields, and we will help him or her by filling the other fields, by the way. Okay. AI engine, the LLM, research engine, scoring engine, and the output will come as a dashboard, a clear and easy to understand dashboard. You can extract it on a PDF, Excel, or PowerPoint. We know that financial people, for example, and accountants and IT people, they love Excel, for example. Yeah, you cannot take them away from Excel. We will give you Excel. Okay, don't worry. So this is one thing to do. AI engine. Okay, let's open the bumper of the car and look inside what's in the engine. There's an input, of course. Prompt engineering will be happening here. Web research, market analysis, risk, and recommendation based on FMART or scoring. As I said, the model. We are talking here about, for the technical people, we're asking about the model and the technical area. We're talking about GPT-4 class foundation. A structured JSON output enforces the consistent risks and other attributes of the project. We collect the idea, we put it into a clear scoring. This is yani, to be very brief. So we have a guided concept, grounded research of the industry and benchmark. We're using the model, the clear model, proprietary FMART model, surfacing the risks and generating executive recommendations. Tamam, I hope it's clear so far. I'm looking at your contributions, but give me a minute, I'll be with you. What is this FMART O scoring framework we're talking about? We're talking here about uh, financial, yeah? F is for financial, market, achievable, operational, risk, and timing, yes? And you should get a scoring of your project against these dimensions, different dimensions or different domains. And this is what it is. Focus in the financial area, early ROI, high level cost envelope, and funding access. Market as well. We research the market and achievable. How much this project is achievable, the idea, doable, technology, maturity, risks. How much is the risk, legal, compliance, regulatory, and so on. The time is the time you put realistic. And by the way, we help you also, we assess you to give you suggested time as well. Operational, how much is it possible to do this in operational manner in the organization and regarding to the organization strategy. The solution, some snapshots from the solution, it will give you for your prompt, many dimensions, and it will give you the clear, easy diagram and a result, go or no go or proceed with caution. As I said, proceed with caution or do not proceed. Yes, go and revise your project. Um, as I mentioned, the output will be usable for multiple levels of the users, talking about executive or even the decision makers and middle level. Again, about the output and how it looks like. What we are trying to achieve at the end of the day, guys, fund the right project, stop the wrong ones early, okay? To solve high cost on the organization, deliver a working MVP, and also utilize proprietary methodology and also govern linked responsible AI framework. It's easy to get a yes or no from AI, but how much is the AI responsible for the decision? Okay. Applicable to PMOs and also in many industries, as we said, and also ready for practical. And because we are supposed to talk about the contribution of the teams and the teams joining, as I mentioned at the beginning, we need to, our team accomplished the task and we submitted our prototype. And anyway, I'm putting the QR for people to be able to reach our group and to reach me personally if they need to inquire about anything or ask about anything. And as I promised, okay? It's your turn. I'll be happy to hear from you if you have any questions. Yes, let me look at the chat. What do we have? ما بعرف أخ محمد وصلنا أي أسئلة. Do we have any question, guys?
لا.
Okay. Yes. عم بسمعك. تفضل. Thank you, Marius. Yes, we'll be answering your questions. Thank you very much. يعطيكم العافية جميعا. Anyway, as I mentioned, I'll wait for 1 minute or two. Uh, we are glad to be here with you, and I would really like to thank the Global Project Management Forum for arranging this hackathon and these webinars. It's yani, combining the professionals from all over the world, and the material is very rich. I formed a new habit to listen to webinars from other mentors, and I find them really good and really useful. If there are no questions, either I did a very good job and everything is clear, or nobody understood anything. Anyway, uh, I would like to thank you all for coming to this session, and we will have the recording, inshallah, ready if you would like to share it with any others. And have a wonderful evening, and thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.